So. Oh, scheiße. So, jetzt kann ich die ja nochmal befreien.
Wilhelm, we need to talk. And don't worry. Kurt will make sure your superior doesn't come this way.
Why are you doing this?
We didn't think you'd say anything as long as she was here.
If you noticed, others will have too. They'll make me pay.
Even more reason to talk. If we have proof, we can take action and close this camp.
Very well. What would you like to know?
What's really going on here? We know that Rainer didn't die in an accident.
This is supposed to be a training camp for the Guard's elite. Only the most talented recruits are allowed to join. This is an immense honor, an extraordinary chance. That's what we're told every day. But in reality, it's just hell.
Tell me about the training you undergo here.
It's more torture than anything else. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and the slightest complaint only leads to more blows. They even push us to police one another, so we don't dare talk. Whatever the orders, we put our heads down, grit our teeth, and obey.
It reminds me of the Ordo Luminis' interrogation methods. The poor buggers end up admitting to anything at all. Accepting the unacceptable.
I heard them tell you about the specialist training against the natives in hostile environments. But what they teach us would be more useful for assassins.
Tell me about the training you undergo here.
It's more torture than anything else. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and the slightest complaint only leads to more blows. So we don't dare talk.
It reminds me of the poor bugger.
I heard them tell you what they teach.
As for Rainer, do you know what happened to him?
Yes. One day he just couldn't stand it any longer. He disobeyed orders, he fought back, and people got hurt. That's when things blew up. They summoned him for night training.
What does that entail?
It doesn't have much to do with real training. They call us up for it at the last minute. The weakest serve as punching bags for the others, who are encouraged to beat them. If we refuse, we too become the targets. So we join in and strike. If you're looking to punish Rainer's murderer, you can start with me. We all have his blood on our hands.
Thank you for telling us all of this. You should get back to your comrades.
I hope you can do something. Have this camp closed. Otherwise I'll soon be as dead as Rainer.
We understand the risk you've taken. We won't let you down.
Thank you. Really. That was truly fascinating.
Captain.
I've seen everything I needed to see. You can leave us.
Yes, Captain.
Shall we go?
Täusche vor, das Lager zu verlassen. Ciao! Ich gehe jetzt hier raus und bin ganz weg.
Kurt, Willem has spoken.
What did he tell you?
He said the recruits go through hell. They're humiliated, spy on each other, get bullied. It's essentially torture. Rainer wouldn't stand for these methods. He rebelled and was summoned for night training.
Are you sure he used that term?
Yes, but he told me it's not really training. The recruits are summoned.
And the others beat them. Sometimes to death. I know.
You knew about this kind of training?
Yeah. I thought it was a thing of the past. What a monster. How dare he?
I'm so sorry. I'm lost for words. Tell me, did you learn anything new?
I scouted out the site. There's two parts of the barracks we should look at more closely. Rolf's quarters and the basement, which they refused to open for me.
These people's methods are despicable. But we can't just charge into the fray. Innocent people could get hurt. What do you want to do, my son?
Let's wait for nightfall. We'll sneak into the camp unseen, search the barracks, the private quarters, and then the basement.
We might also try to find out where this night training takes place.
Yes. I wouldn't want other young recruits to lose their lives tonight. Especially Wilhelm.
Ba, ba, ba.
Strange. There's no one left in this part of the camp.
Maybe they're in the combat pit behind the barracks. I saw it when I visited the camp.
Nee, die sind
Or they've
schon...
already left for their night training.
Genau.
Let's find Rolf's office. He surely has the key to the basement.
Hm? Rolf, mein Glückwunsch für die bisher geleistete Arbeit. Du hast die Mission bisher perfekt erfüllt und mehrere deiner Phantomrekruten haben wie geplant bereits Positionen im Umfeld der Gouverneure besetzt. Major Hermann, mir mitgeteilt, dass du einige Verluste erlitten hast, die aber nichts an unseren Plänen ändern. Fahre fort mit deinen Bestrebungen, dann sollten wir bald bereit sein zu handeln. Oh oh.
This letter is disturbing, Kurt. It confirms that several deaths have been disguised in order to keep this camp secret. But it says that the recruits trained here have been assigned to governors from different cities. And yet I'm sure that Constantine knows nothing about these elite units. The conclusion of the letter also confirms that the commander is pleased with what's been going on here.
So Torsten knew.
So it seems. Including about the deaths.
He's gone too far. He dishonors us all. Sieglinder was right.
Wir sind in San Mateos eingetroffen und erfüllen unsere Erwartungen perfekt. Ich hätte nichts Geringeres von einem meiner besten Schüler erwartet. Ich habe dafür gesorgt, dass der Kommandant erfährt, welche gute Arbeit du in deinem Phantomlager geleistet hast. Ich habe keine Zweifel daran, dass er dich belohnen wird. Wenn die Rekruten, die wir in die anderen Städte geschickt haben, genauso effizient sind, wirst du auch bald Major sein. Ja. Da gibt es dann gleich Hackepeter hier. Nächtliches Training. So ist ja auch noch darunter. Hier ist aber nichts.
This room. What could have happened in here?
I know this smell only too well. Fear, blood, death.
The Ordo Luminis would surely envy such a place if they knew it existed.
Ach du Scheiße. Hauptmann, wir haben die neuen Rekruten wie befohlen ausgebildet. Einige von ihnen schienen jedoch mit dem Schlafmangel Schwierigkeiten zu haben. Deshalb wurden sie zur Abhärtung in die schwarze Kammer geschickt. Wir haben einen Verlust erlitten, aber die Erfahrung war sehr lehrreich. Und obwohl die Rekruten etwas geschwächt waren, waren sie danach viel kooperativer.
This document explains a lot. They torture the soldiers to break them. Rainer shows up on this list more than once. He gave them a lot of problems.
Those who resist too much are lynched during night training. Rolf, you'll pay for this.
Kurt, Wilhelm's name was added to tonight's training.
These monsters want to make him pay for the help he gave us. The poor child will probably not survive.
We can't let them kill him. We must stop this training immediately.
The risk is that Rolf will ambush us.
If this boy dies because of us, I will never forgive myself.
Das führt zu viel mehr Toten, oder? Nee. Scheiße.
I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
These children are victims, yes. They are armed victims. Are you sure they'll spare us in return?
They're just kids. There has to be a way to reason with them.
We'll do what we can, Kurt.
Hm? Nicht dran vorbeischleichen sollen. Ups.
I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
These children are victims, yes. But they are armed victims. Are you sure they'll spare us in return?
They're just kids. There has to be a way to reason with them.
We'll do what we can, Kurt. I can't promise anything more.
Okay, das war auch falsch. Dachte, ich kann ihn vielleicht irgendwie betäuben.
I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
These children are victims, yes. But they are armed victims. Are you sure they'll spare us in return?
They're just kids. There has to be a way to reason with them.
We'll do what we can, Kurt. I can't promise anything more. It's blocked.
Hä?
It's blocked.
Brech es doch auf. Tja. Gehen wir mal hier lang. Sneak peeky.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my
Können die auch gesehen werden, die anderen? Das wäre natürlich echt scheiße.
I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
These children are victims, yes. But they are armed victims. Are you sure they'll spare us in return?
Das sind
They're
Puppen, ne?
just kids. There has to be a way to reason with them.
We'll do what we can, Kurt. I can't promise anything more.
Pop, pop. Als wir es geschafft haben, ne?
Nobody saw us. All we have to do is ambush them in the pit. Rolf, you bastard, how could you be part of this disgrace?
You know that this is how the best soldiers are made. Soldiers, grab your weapons! Death to the traitors!
Stop! Soldiers, are you really going to obey these scoundrels? Do I need to remind you of the Guard's motto? Where is your honor?
I won't repeat myself, recruits. Execute these traitors!
Soldiers, listen to your captain. You are the victims of these monsters, and we are here to save you. We're doing our best to avoid a fight, to spare your lives.
Well, what do you want us to do? We have orders, and we know what will happen to us if we don't obey. Enough! To arms! Attack!
Geil. Ja, der ist doch viel höher gestellt als die. Verstehe ich nicht. Bezeugen, indem du einen erwähnst. 0%.
Put your weapons down and no one will get hurt.
Really? What do you think will happen when High Command learns about this? You'll be considered traitors and deserters. Death is all that awaits us. Attack!
Must I remind you what happened to Raina?
And however many others perished to fuel the ambitions of this camp's leader.
Is this what you were promised when you were recruited?
Maybe not. But this is how one becomes an elite soldier.
Tja, die sind
The
total.
best. Exactly.
Ja, und Intuition habe ich leider nicht.
would understand anything about it. Attack!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf me. I will show you what God.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
You're finally here.
Sorry, Captain. The boy resisted longer than planned.
I hope your troops are ready for a real fight. They just crushed your comrades.
Captain Kurt and these courtiers just decimated a whole squadron.
Don't underestimate them. They were able to beat us. Shut up. Your troops were weak and you're the only one responsible.
What have you done with Wilhelm?
He received the punishment for traitors and insurgents, like Rainer before him.
Kurt, I'm terribly sorry. We should have...
Saved him first. We're responsible for his death.
By the enlightened, Kurt. Don't let your guilt blind you when the boy's murderers stand before you.
You're right. For Wilhelm! For Rainer!
Recruits! Attack!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
To my... and death to the others!
Will you be alright, Kurt?
Yes. Yes. I'll be fine. I'm just glad to know that this camp won't kill anyone else. What a waste. I can't believe these orders came from the top.
What do you want us to do?
I'll need backup if I really want to put an end to all of this. We must go see Major Sieglinder in New Serene. I need to tell her what was going on here.
Are you sure she wasn't involved?
Her? Never. She's old school. She already held the commander at a distance because she didn't like the direction the Guard was headed. He would have sacked her, or worse, if she didn't have so much support within the Guard. I should have listened to her.
There's no use brooding over the past. Let's go. We'll go and see her immediately.
Sieglinder, I need to talk to you.
What's the matter, Kurt?
We've just returned from a training camp. A secret camp, where elite soldiers are trained. Through terror, humiliation, and torture.
Don't tell me that.
Yes. One of my recruits died, and he wasn't the only one. It is designed to create a regiment of assassins.
I am sorry, Kurt. I knew something was wrong, but I never would have thought it'd go that far.
We put an end to it all. We had to. But Torsten allowed it, even encouraged it.
I told you that the commander's ambition would end up leading us astray from the ideals of the Guard, and that we would pay the price for it.
Yes. At the time, I told you you were exaggerating. That he had his reasons.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to speak out, Sieglinder. And reveal the commander's project to the governor of the congregation.
If I were as close to him and his family as you are, I would have done so a long time ago.
I know. I feel so stupid for not having understood Torsten's scheme until now.
You've always been a loyal person, Kurt. And too many loyalties are sometimes hard to reconcile. But Torsten betrayed us all. I'm counting on you to make him pay for it.
Believe me, he won't get away with it. Goodbye, Sieglinder.
Goodbye, Kurt. My men and I stand with you.
So, wir haben hier nochmal ein paar Punkte zu vergeben. Tja, schwere Einhandwaffen. Da oben. Frage ist halt wie. Ja, 5 Stärke. Level 21 erst. Neue Sachen, ja, das ist schön. Ich muss wissen, wie diese Wut geht. Könnte ich dem dann nochmal was zuweisen? Steht jetzt ja Wut 1. Ah. Ja. Okay. Moment mal. Hä? So, da gehe ich als nächstes hin, weil ich ja die Gruppe so zusammengestellt habe. Ne? Ich muss den noch bezahlen lassen. Let him pay! Schauen, ob das ein neuer Schauplatz ist oder ein alter. Ich hab eh gespammt hier. Oh, ja. Oh, da ist aber neu, ne? Echt angenehm, dann, wenn man alles erkundet hat, dann kann man da schnell hinreisen. So, habe ich jetzt nicht, ne, 400 nur, schade. Jetzt kann ich 500, weil ich Stärke 5 habe. Okay, es gibt vielleicht doch auch ein neues Gebiet. Aha. Ja, da ist es. So, gut, ein neues Land wartet auf Erkundung.
And death to the others!
Kann ich jetzt nicht einsetzen? So, ich brauche erst. Ach Mann!
Your armor is falling apart.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Okay, cool, das hätte ich mir jetzt vielleicht besser sparen sollen. Ärgerlich. So, stimmt. Ich kann ja hier gucken, hier Nebenquests. Ach du Scheiße.
May the Almighty protect me in this battle.
To my help! And death to the others!
Oh no, ich bin vergiftet. So, ich habe das mit Intuition ausgezogen, deshalb sehe ich hier die Dinger nicht mehr. Golden, das ist ganz nett eigentlich. Nee, hä? Scheiße. Nee, hä? Okay. Moment mal. Klingt leeres Wohnsitz, das klingt jetzt aber wieder nach Eingeborenen. Einfach mal. Wenn man nehmen.
You have returned on Almanawi. Do you need something else?
I have to go.
Like so many others.
Ja, war ich hier schon mal? Nein, ja, ich weiß nicht.
I'm sorry. I don't have time to talk.
Das sind Nas Unterkünfte. Nix, ne? Ja. Okay, wie komme ich hier? Links halten kurz. Hat auch entdeckt. Da wahrscheinlich. Die schwarzen landen. Genau. So, dann zurück und links halten. Hier oben, da im Wald ist irgendwas. Geh ich noch gerade hin.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Move away! Things are about...
Hm. Kann auch noch hier links. Huch. Gefährlicher Kampf, glaube ich.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Be careful! Your armor is falling apart!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Oi, oi, oi. War ein Nest.